From Comcast Arena in Everett, Washington, Comcast On Demand brings you Washington Stealth Lacrosse. Tonight, the undefeated Washington Stealth take on the Minnesota Swarm. And good evening to you, everyone. Along with Dan Todoroff, I'm John Horton. Undefeated. They left here undefeated, went on the road, still that way.
Two very tough places to play, and the Washington Stealth come home remaining undefeated, and a fantastic job last weekend in a very, very loud, very full Pepsi Center in Denver. A great win for the Washington Stealth, and they come into tonight undefeated and on top of the NLL.
They return home to take on the Minnesota Swarm, and the main man in the arsenal for this bomb squad would be one Jeff Zawicki.
Jeff Zawicki, the offensive player of the week, a fantastic week. He had 9 points in the 12-11 win over Colorado. He leads the NLL with 35 points, 13 goals, 22 assists, a fantastic shooting percentage of 22.4%, and 15 loose balls on the season. He is the main weapon for the Washington Stealth, and he's the man that everybody's going to be gunning for when they come to Everett.
The reason the Washington Stealth are doing so well, they take a lot of shots, they score a lot. Minnesota, not so much. And as you take a look right here, the disparity is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, the difference between especially these two teams. We talk about the Washington Stealth. Their top 4 scorers on the team, from Jeff Zawicki to Cam Sedgwick, actually have 5 more goals and 1 more point than the entire Minnesota Swarm team. They have the number 1, 4, and 8, top 3 in the top 10 of scoring in the league. And the Swarm, their highest 2, 19 and 20.
So, with all that in mind, what kind of a game we'll see? It'll be pretty exciting nonetheless. It's the Swarm and the Stealth coming up from Comcast Arena on Comcast On Demand and NLL Network. We welcome you inside Comcast Arena for National Lacrosse League action. Tonight, the Minnesota Swarm taking on the undefeated Washington Stealth. Stealth coming into tonight's game 5-0 with wins over Colorado, Edmonton, Buffalo, Calgary, and at Colorado last week. Taking a look at the men in goal tonight.
Starting tonight for the Swarm at number 93, Nick Patterson, and he is 1-1 on the season, allowing 12.87 goals per game and a 73.2% save percentage. In goal for the Stealth tonight, his turn in goal, Matt Royk. He is 2-0 with 10.41 goals against and a 78.5% save percentage. A good goaltending matchup. I think that one favors the Stealth, but you know, the Swarm, a very defensive-oriented team. They don't score a lot of goals. They don't give up a lot of goals. The Stealth are going to look to try and get on the board early. Another thing you might look for, the Swarm struggle in the second half this season, and the Stealth are fantastic in the second half. And so this could be a tightly matched first half, and we'll see what happens in the second.
The leading face-off man in the league, Jamison Kesterer, on the opening draw, and the Stealth control. It's Jason Bloom, the captain, taking it into the corner and being harassed by the men in white, blue, and gold. Nice stick check right there by Eric Martin.
Lovely pajamas by the Minnesota Swarm this evening.
Paul Rabel, the beast of the East, in transition. Stealth looking to spread it out a little bit as Rabel gets rid of the ball, but gets a few sticks to the face. Here's Lewis Radcliffe playing off the pick. First shot will not go, but the second shot goes to the back of the net. And it takes just that long for Jeff Zawicki to score.
You cannot give Jeff Zawicki that kind of time and space. He's able to collect the rebound, and then he is all alone, one-on-one with Patterson. Makes a couple moves. Eventually, Patterson's going to have to sell out. He's going to have to try and make a move to make a save, and that's what Zawicki was waiting for. As soon as he made his move, Zawicki puts it by him, and it's a 1-0 Stealth lead.
Point number 36, goal number 14 for Zawicki, leading the National Lacrosse League in points. Ratcliffe and Cam Sedgwick with the assists. And the Stealth with the ball once again, and Ratcliffe will run the offense. The lefty plays it over for Reese Dutch, off the pipe and out. To show Luke Wiles off the loose ball. Here's Dalgarno. Quick shot by Zawicki, going after the loose ball in a battle with Ryan Cousins. Cousins comes away with it but loses it on the check, then picks it up once again. The captain for the Swarm.
Matt Royk, a chance to wake up. He'd been feeling a little lonely.
Here is Callum Crawford. He'll take the shot that bounces out the back of one of the players out front. Pollock loses control of the ball, and the Stealth take it back.
The Swarm having a hard time holding the ball in the net this evening. I'm not really sure what's going on, but they're having a hard time with their sticks tonight.
There's Dalgarno playing it over the far side for Reese Dutch. To the back of the net, Luke Wiles. It's showtime for 2-0.
Luke Wiles making that one look easy as he had himself a little bit of a run there on the outside, and he is able to just make a quick move and get Patterson to bite, put it to the back of the net. And it's just starting to wonder, we were kind of surprised to see Patterson start. It may be just a matter of time before we see Croswell get in the game. They do, Coach Lyons does switch goaltenders an awful lot, so that could happen.
Croswell ranked 4th in the National Lacrosse League in goals against average. So it's one of those things where you kind of wonder, but Coach makes his decision. Rabel with a shot goes wide to the right side, bounces into the Swarm bench, and Minnesota will have control. 12:19 to go in the first quarter, 2-0 Stealth.
Washington Stealth very offensive right here, and then you talked about it before we went on the air. Greer, he was going to be a factor. He's kind of infamous, and he's going to go to the box along with Rabel right now. Coincidental, and Rabel has been harassed everywhere he's gone, whether he's got the ball or not. A lot of harassment against Rabel, and they're both going to spend some time in the box and think about it.
We will still have 5-on-5, or 6-on-6 if you count the goalies, of course.
You don't.
Here's Crawford at the wing. Moves it out front for Benish. High shot taken by Campo. Royk just stands his ground and lets it go right by him. Grimes off the loose ball, and here come the Stealth on the offense. Reese Dutch to control it at midfield. Sedgwick joins him. Ratcliffe from the right side. Up top, Zawicki. Shot taken by Peter Morgan, saved by Patterson. Long pass, looking for Crawford. He may be 6'3", but he's not going to catch that one as Royk controlling the ball with a stick. Nicely done. In transition come the Stealth. Here comes Martin across the line. Looking for some help. Zawicki takes it right in front. Bloom can't control it. And a battle for the ball won by Nick Patterson.
The Washington Stealth are doing a great job in transition right now. The Swarm trying to take advantage. Maybe that's a weakness they've seen on film. And the Stealth are starting to catch on.
Pollock tried the quick pass over to Campo. He's got control of it once again. Wilson up top. Low shot taken, goes wide to the left side, and the shot clock goes off. Aaron Wilson is a name we'll be calling quite a bit tonight. out of Kitchener, Ontario. Number 20 in the league in points, but leading the Swarm with 10 goals on the year.
Yeah, he and Colin Crawford are the two main weapons for the Swarm. Again, number 19 and 20 in the lead.
Dutch with the shot. He gets it back, goes behind his back, but can't get it on goal. Ratcliffe in a battle for the ball with Eric Pacey. Patterson comes away with it for the Swarm, and here come the men from Minnesota. Bloom with a big check, trying to take it away from Ryan Banish. 10-second violation as the Swarm couldn't get it across midfield, and with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter in a 2-0 lead, the Stealth have control.
A great job by the Stealth, great pressure on defense. The forechecking been fantastic for the Stealth so far.
In front, big time highlight attempt by Mike Grimes, but stopped at the door.
Grimes also in the crease.
And that'll count against you as well. Here's Wilson being harassed by Martin. Campo to Pollock, looking for the pick from Wilson. Flips it in, quick redirect, taken by Kevin Ross, but Matt Royk there for the save. And timeout is called.
Royk there for the save, but if it wasn't for Matt Beers, I think that one would have gone in. It had gone off the back of his leg and starting to roll in. Royk didn't know where it was. Beers very quickly jumps on top of it.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Reebok. Reimagine the way you play.
Should be no problem.
Let's take a look at some of the goals. The early one from Zawicki. Did you see how many dekes he made?
Yeah, a lot of patience shown by Zawicki, and Patterson really had no chance. When you get a scorer like Zawicki all alone in front of you, it's going to be tough. Reese Dutch, a great dish right there, and Luke Wiles, he didn't really have a line. I thought they did a pretty good job forcing him to the outside. Just a fantastic shot by Wiles, and he's able to put it in the back of the net.
As we resume play, the Beast of the East, Paul Rabel, out of Johns Hopkins, brings it up. Sedgwick for Wiles. Reese Dutch with a shot. Patterson stick save.
A big shot by Reese Dutch. Great job by Patterson to get in front of it. And now you're seeing Patterson starting to get a little gun shy with that long pass.
Ryan Banish to Pollock, over to Crawford. Crawford looking to wind up. He'll leave it for Pollock. Hits the back of Jason Bloom. Bloom picking up the loose ball and bringing it down in transition for Washington. The captain will play it up for Martin. We'll let Zawicki drive for a little bit. Sedgwick over to the near side for Delgarno. We're getting an opportunity to see him with extensive playing time for the first time tonight. Here's Zawicki with a shot, easily saved by Patterson. Takes the short pass to Noah Talbot. And here comes Zach Greer, all-time leading scorer at Duke. Royk with a pretty, what I call shrug save off the shot by Ross.
And again, you're seeing an attacking defense by the Washington Stealth. They are attacking every loose ball, not letting people run to the net.
Greer with some very physical play right in front. A few elbows to a few face masks there. Nice defense by Rabel as the Swarm unable to get off the shot, and here comes Matt Beers. Beers bringing it down for the men in black. Reese Dutch, the rookie of the year. Ratcliffe back to Dutch. Connection disconnected, however, and Delgarno picks up the loose ball. Lewis Ratcliffe on the right-hand side. The lefty with a nifty bounce pass to the far side where Rabel will be going up against Nick Inch wearing number 24 tonight. Rabel with a high shot. Wiles with a loose ball. Gets the follow-up but couldn't put it on goal.
Athletic move by Wiles there just to stay out of the crease. And here come the Swarm.
Stolen pass is coming away with it. Wade DeWolf. Morgan trying the redirect, but it bounces by him. Putting on the brakes is Cousins. For Minnesota, their offense looking for their first tally of the night. Wilson with a shot right into the gut of Matt Roik, who sends the long pass off his knees to midfield, where Jason Bloom is there, but he's waiting for numbers and a line change for Washington.
And that may be the first really strong shot that's gotten all the way through to Roik. A lot of blocked passes, a lot of blocked shots tonight for the Washington Stealth.
Ratcliffe in front for Delgarno. Wiles picks up the loose ball. Tried to set it in front for Zawicki. Delgarno back behind the net. Inge comes away with it as the shot clock runs down. Minnesota with control of the ball now, and they'll bring some new forces on. Zach Greer will run the show here. Pollock on the near side. Greer alone in front. Tried to get it by Roik, but he closes the door quickly.
The first real defensive breakdown for the Washington Stealth. Roik up to the task, though. A huge save. That was his best save of the night.
Dutch can't catch up to the flick ball. Josh Funk gets it for the Swarm. Here's Wilson as the Swarm bring on new personnel. In front, redirect to the back of the net. Aaron Wilson with a first score for the Swarm, making it 2-1. And while we thought this has been kind of a one-sided game, it's only a one-point game right now.
And what we started to see there is what we talked about just a few moments ago that we really didn't want to see. We wanted to see the Stealth carry that intensity throughout 60 minutes. Obviously starting to break down a terrible pass, terrible turnover, just a lazy turnover there at midfield, and it turns into a goal. And now the Swarm right back in a game that they really haven't played their way into.
Kesterer wins the draw. Rabel picks it up, and he is being hit, and hit hard. Cousins tries to get him down. He can't do it, and Rabel comes away with it. Funk added a little extra measure afterwards. Great job by the Beast of the East, and he'll get the ball right now, maybe looking to score, but has the ball knocked out of the net. Minnesota with an opportunity now. This is Ross on the far side, trying to move around Hunt. Pollock behind, tries to give and go, but in the crease was banished, and a little bit, and here we go. Pollock has a hold of the face mask of Mike Grimes, and somebody's going to be sitting in the sin bin.
Grimes going to the bin. I'm not really sure what he did there. I didn't see it, but now Grimes is going to the bin, and okay, he's not going to be alone. For a moment, I thought he was going to be alone in the bin, and that would have been just a scandalous maneuver, but no, they are going to have both one player from each side going in. Hodgson doesn't even like that, wants to discuss what the heck's going on about that as we get another chance to maybe catch a glimpse of what happened. Loose ball situation, and it looks like, oh, now see, I don't think Grimes did anything wrong there. Grimes just trying to take a swat at the stick, and apparently taking exception to that is Kevin Ross, and he gets very upset and takes care of it. Both of them are going to spend some time in the box. I'm assuming both for roughing, but I still don't really know what they're going to call on Grimes. I don't know what he did wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have the new fans of the year. I don't know if we get an opportunity to take a look just to the right-hand side of midfield.
I like that.
The men in green. Is that the Green Man Group? Yeah, the Green Man Group has entered the building. That's scary. Put them in front of a chroma key screen, you wouldn't see a thing.
Yeah, I'm not really, I don't really get the green. I'd like to see him in red there, but hey, you gotta like it.
Did they lose the bet is my question.
No, I think they won the bet. What are you talking about? That's fantastic. I wish you could tell on television just how green they are.
They're not yellow, they're not orange, they're green.
Oh, but they are bright green, and yeah, that's funny. But they are bright, bright green.
So let's take a look at some of the action from earlier. Matt Roik doing an excellent job in goal. A little miscommunication there.
Yeah, you know.
It's on demand. You can go back and watch it.
Yeah, you can watch it yourself. Just rewind and pretend we said something really insightful.
And then fast forward, realizing that we did.
Yeah.
Here's Luke Wiles and Zawicki running the show. 7-6. The Swarm actually with more shots on goal than the Stealth, a rare occasion in this building. Luke Wiles tries it, steps in the crease. That'll even the shot total at 7, but Minnesota will have the ball just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, trailing by only 1. Here's Crawford, finds the back of the net, and we are tied at 2. Callum Crawford, 41 points in Edmonton in 09, getting goal number 7 and point number 20 in 10.
Well, I'm going to learn my lesson because we talked about earlier, we were talking about how the great high-pressure defense of the Washington Stealth, it's gone away. And right now they are playing this sort of zone-like defense where nobody's really working hard, no one's tracking the runners, and that's what happens is they get opportunities and we can't rely on Matt Roik the whole time.
And you just have to marvel at the moves of Paul Rabel right there. He has been harassed all night, and he has gotten away from it almost every single time. Here's Cam Sedgwick over for the far side, and Reese Dutch looking for the shot. Dutch through traffic, goes high, goes low, but Patterson stops him.
Great shot, big save by Patterson.
And nifty stick work there, keeping the ball in his stick, despite the fact a couple guys were trying to hit it. Swarm looking for the lead. Greer up top. Wilson. Redirect taken by Benish. Roik there, though.
That was one of those slow motion shots because of the deflection. Roik had to keep his composure and able to still get a shoulder on it and make that save.
Here's Luke Wiles playing from the left side. Moving in, has Sedgwick up top. Takes it around to Ratcliffe. The left-handed shot goes low, but Patterson is there with a boot.
Well, you got to give Patterson some credit. The Stealth are getting good looks, good shots, and Patterson's up to the task.
Swarm had numbers for a moment, but they will hesitate as Ross will come in, looking for the shot. Kesterer playing the defense, redirect right in front. Big hit, Martin, and he pays for it with a check from behind, and a delayed penalty coming up here. Rabel, harassed by 4, count them, 4 Swarm players until the ball's knocked out of his stick, and a penalty upcoming against the Minnesota Swarm.
They're going to get him
big cross check.
They're going to get him for a cross check. They could call a number of things there as Campo heads to the box. A big cross check from behind after a huge hit by Martin. Fantastic job getting the crowd fired up, and that's exactly what this team needs to do. Feed off that energy, create some energy themselves, and then just turn that energy into goals. Oh, now the Green Man group is harassing the poor Campo.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Meanwhile, it's the power play, the number 5 power play in the league. 9 goals in 23 attempts, 39.1, going up against the last penalty killing team in the league, allowing 11 goals in 20 attempts. Ratcliffe, Dutch. A lot of people thought that might have gone to the back of the net, but it went in the back of the net.
Off the back of the net. A chance for the Swarm to kill 30 seconds here. Great job, though. Great movement on the power play for the Washington Stealth. The Stealth know what it's like to be in last in the penalty kill.
Crawford trying the shorthanded goal. Goes right through Roik.
Literally.
The net has been dislodged. Roik will pull it back up, as the Stealth will have control of the ball with 1 minute to go in the power play. And 1 minute to play in the period.
Thank you, Tom Lafferty.
Reese Dutch, Sedgwick at the point, Dutch at the wing, Ratcliffe will take it up top. Radcliffe can't see the redirect there. Dutch with a wind and the shot hits the glass, and here come the Swarm on the counterattack. Funk going 1-on-2. He's going to take a shot right in to the shoulder of Matt Roy. That's not the way you kill a penalty.
No, very interesting decision there. He wasn't even really one-on-one. He still had a defender with him.
17 seconds to go in the penalty in the period. In front, Sedgwick to the back of the net. Power play goal for Cam Sedgwick.
Reese Dutch and Lewis Radcliffe providing the assist. A great ball movement by the Washington Stealth. That's exactly what they tried to set up last time down the floor. They saw an opportunity. That time they got it set up, and Sedgwick puts it home.
3-2 Stealth. Kesterer wins the faceoff. Martin will try. Bloom with a shot to the back of the net as time runs out.
Wow, and they're going to look at that, I'm sure, to see if it's good, but my goodness, what a great job by the Washington Stealth, and a great job by Bloom to get that out quick. He knew it was going to be tight. He got it out quick.
I was about to say, time's just going to run out, but the captain with an amazing goal. And unfortunately for the Swarm, there's not a replay that can show the time. Not technologically possible here at the Comcast Arena.
Don't we overlay the time on the... Oh, thought we did. So they're going to obviously talk about it. The flag has been thrown. They're going to see if they have the ability to check on that.
And while they do, we will tell you this copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League.
So they are looking at something, and maybe not. Maybe they're telling him the exact same thing you were just saying. Talking on the phone down there, trying to discuss whether or not they can tell if that ball crossed the line before the clock.
While they're doing that, let's talk a little bit about the first quarter. Stealth get on the board quickly. That intensity, excellent as far as the defense is concerned. Then they let the Swarm right back into it.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about the Washington Stealth coming out, being intense, playing with a lot of aggressiveness on the forecheck. That was a big deal, and if the Stealth can go back to that forechecking game, I think that's something that was rattling the Swarm. It was clearly taking him out of their game, and it was giving the Stealth a chance to come back and play harder on defense, a little bit stronger on defense. So a fantastic job by the Stealth on the forecheck. If they can get back to that, then maybe we'll see a little bit different. Here's the official review.
I don't know how they're going to be able to tell. There's the... Oh, maybe they're saying he was in the crease. Are they saying he's in the crease? That may be part of the discussion.
Yeah, because that was a little bit closer, and that's something we can actually look at. As we come back, we back it up a little bit, and I think they have a point there.
So we're taking a close look here.
Nope, but he releases it before that foot lands. Yeah. So I think this one's going to count.
If that's what they were reviewing.
A lot of discussion going on.
It'll give me an opportunity to tell the folks who are watching at LL.com, for Minnesota Swarm fans, that following tonight's game, these two teams will meet again next Saturday at the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Beautiful facility, I might add. Game time for that one, 7:35 p.m., 5:35 here in the Northwest. Swarm fans, make sure you get to that game early and take part in a pregame Texas Hold'em tournament at the Iron Range Grill inside the arena.
Oh, goal. No goal is the call. No goal. So that one will come off the board.
To get your tickets and to sign up for the Texas Hold'em tournament right now, it's on the Swarm website, mnswarm.com. That's mnswarm.com.
Sorry to interrupt
That's okay.
your read there, but
I had a full house. You only had one of a kind.
I am one of a kind.
Was that a Burt Reynolds laugh there? I think it might have been.
Well, you're almost the same age. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. Well, let's see now. I don't know why they waved it off. I didn't see anything they could have waved it off, anything they could have used to wave it off. I don't know if it was time or what, but oh well.
Kesterer wins the face-off like he normally does. He leads the league in face-off wins. And leading by one after one quarter. Here come the men in black. Rabel. Over to the far side, Zawicki behind the back to the show. Low shot taken by Dalgarno. Zawicki trying to pick up the loose ball in the crease. Shot clock goes away. And Self with a cheap shot after the shot clock goes off. And the official talking to Zawicki.
And I don't understand why that's not even a penalty. I mean, that should be a penalty. I mean, it was right in front of your face. You saw it. You even broke up the fight. But you're not going to call the penalty.
And we'll be telling you who to write your letters of complaint to in just a moment. Meanwhile, I had to do it. The Killer Bees are on the attack as Crawford tries the shot. He'll try it again. Jumping across the crease. Couldn't get it past Matt Roik. Roik with another save as Kevin Ross tries it. 1, 2, 3. No soup there. Dutch on the other side, and hustling back was Morgan to knock the ball away out of the stick.
Yeah, Morgan's absolutely the reason that Reese Dutch didn't score there, as Morgan just got a little bit of lift on the ball.
Aaron Wilson now for the Swarm. Shot taken from the outside by Banish. Wilson off the loose ball. Redirect, Campo. Stick save, Roik. Here's Wade DeWolf.
Another lazy pass by the South and a turnover.
And it's over and back too. So the Swarm, although they have seemingly been outplayed early, lead in shots on goal, 14-11, only trail by 1.
Patterson, in goal for the Swarm, had a rough start to the game and suddenly turned it on and looks unbeatable at the moment.
Stolen away. Nice play by Peter Morgan.
As always.
Here's Lewis Radcliffe now for the Stealth. Going against Sanoski. Ball flies into the Stealth bench.
And just the turnovers are bordering on ridiculous here for the Stealth. As the passing just isn't quite there. They're not in sync anymore, and that's hoping for 60 minutes of solid play is now I'm hoping for 40.
Greer to Ross. He takes the shot. Roik is there, and a quick outlet. Picking it up on the run is Beers. Dalgarno now with it. Sedgwick will play it over for Zawicki. Zawicki. Back to Martin. Zawicki. Cross field for Dalgarno. Looking back for Dutch, but Dutch doesn't get anywhere near the ball. 3-on-2. Swarm coming down. Self Shot taken by Josh Funk, but Roik there once again.
Matt Roik picking this team up, putting them on his shoulders.
Rabel with a bounce shot, trying to get it around Captain Cousins. And Peter Morgan picking up the loose ball. Rabel tried to get it for the redirect for Wiles, but Wiles had stepped in the crease. He didn't think he did.
No, he disagrees with that. He did not see it the same way.
I just don't agree with you. Brian Taylor and Gregory Pepper are our officials this evening.
Ben Hunt just punishing people in the defensive end. He comes away with the ball.
He's from Arnold, Maryland, believe me now.
And draws a penalty.
So, speaking of penalty, Matt Beers gets it over for Delgado.
Oh!
Oh my Lord, he was checked right in the head by the stick of Eric Pacey. And that helmet just flew off.
So penalty to Aaron Wilson, and that's kind of a double positive there for the Stealth, as not only are they going to have a power play, but they're going to take Aaron Wilson off the floor, one of the most prolific scorers on the Swarm team.
The Stealth 1 of 1 tonight on the power play. Two minutes for holding the call. Ratcliffe, Dutch, to the back of the net. Power play goal.
And the Stealth are 2 for 2 on the power play this evening. And again, they're showing great patience when they've got the extra attacker, which is exactly what you want to see. You want to see your offense take its time, look for open shots, and look for open lanes to run into. A great job by Reese Dutch, as he was able to just wait, create it, let the defenseman step to him, and then he was able to beat him around the corner, and he's one-on-one. Kester was naughty.
And a rare face-off loss for him just because he did something naughty. Here's Crawford now for Minnesota. 4-2 now the score. Nice save off the Wilson shot. Wilson trying to make an impact, and we're going to see a penalty. Martin getting in to it. Can't see the number of the player through all the stripes.
Everybody a little bit hostile.
So Martin's going to take a seat, and I think that's Richard Morgan. 17, Sean Pollock.
And Bloom has some words to say. He doesn't like how some of this is going, and wants to make sure his voice is heard. Cousins there as well.
So Pollock and Martin go in the sin bin. Both teams remain at full
big
strength.
hit.
I believe that was Hodgson.
Yep.
With a hit. Luke Wiles with the ball. Ratcliffe coming in. Dalgarno. Rabel. Cross-checked. Sawicki going low, but couldn't get it by Patterson. Nice hustle by Delgarno to keep it in, but the shot clock will be the executioner of this offensive foray, and timeout is called on the field.
Luke Wiles, one of those players that every time he touches the ball, it's kind of like you kind of hold your breath for a second because you know he's going to create some sort of offense. He may not be the leading scorer on this team, but he missed a few games, and so he's just starting to get into the groove with this team, and I think we're going to see a lot of scoring out of him.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mark Mesh, the official mesh of the National Lacrosse League. Mark Mesh is a pocket that catches the ball in tight situations and places a shot with perfect accuracy. If it's your dream to play in the NLL, give yourself the advantage with Mark Mesh. For more information, visit markmesh.com. That's M-A-R-C mesh.com.
So hopefully we got a chance to see the last goal here by the Stealth. A great ball movement, and then you're going to see Reese Dutch with a chance to create some space, ducks underneath the defenseman Morgan, and puts it low side on the far side. And a great job by Reese Dutch doing what it is that Reese Dutch does.
Chris Hall, the coach of the Stealth. Boy, he's done a great job this year. I mean, the chemistry of this team is incredible. And I think that the input of Chris Hall and general manager Doug Locker, they put together one heck of a ball club.
Another big hit.
Hodgson tries to get the long pass, but Wilson picks up the loose ball. He'll dump it over to the near side for Nick Inch. Crawford tries to dump it in for Wilson. It just goes right into the stick of Royk, who will play it long, right into the stick of Morgan, who takes the shot. Couldn't get it by Patterson, however.
Well, it gives the Stealth a chance to set up on defense. Not a lot of offense there, as it's just one and done. But a long pass and well received. It works sometimes. I'm still not a big fan.
Nifty shot by Kevin Ross, just not on target. 20 shots on goal for Minnesota, 15 for the Stealth. Difference is 4 Stealth shots have gone in. Here's Morgan, he takes the bounce shot. Royk with the save, even though he was off balance. He recovers and Self picks it back up for the Swarm. Moving in, 21. Ryan banished from the net by Matt Royk. Wilson tries it. Still they can't get it by. 22 on the shot clock. Greer picking up the loose ball.
Royk showing a lot of athleticism in his saves this evening.
Banish with a redirect. Royk once again with a save. New 30 on the shot clock, as it was a shot on goal. Swarm picking up the loose balls, and they have not had a lot of those this year. Here's Crawford right in front. The big man trying to find a redirect, but Royk with a stick. Wiles has trouble controlling the ball. Inch can't get it. Ratcliffe does. 2 on 4 as Reese Dutch makes his way to the field to be joined by Morgan.
A lot of drop balls tonight by both sides. It's starting to make me wonder.
Wiles off the pick. Tried to get it to Dutch for the go, but Dutch couldn't get the ball into a stick. Talbot picks it up, and Pacey will bring it down. 6:30 to go in the first half. And here's Crawford, stolen away by Rabel. Rabel, 1 on 3. Those are his kind of odds. He'll take the shot and almost cake into the back of the net, but Patterson is there with a shoulder save. Long pass, Hunt, but a shot taken by Ryan Cousins, and the captain can't get it by Matt Royk. Back and forth, it's a tennis match.
Hunt doing a good job getting back there and putting a hit on. Great job by Hunt there, and he's able to help Royk keep that ball out of the back of the net.
Sawicki can't get it past Sullivan, who just shoves it out of the way. Loose ball picked up by Richard Morgan. How come none of these Morgans are captains? That's what I want to know.
Because then they'd have to stand on a barrel all game long.
Pollock up top, Greer now at the wing.
Oh.
Big hit by Bloom as Ross trying to take it away. Ross off the back of Matt Roik to the back of the net. A miracle shot for the Swarm. Wow.
Ross just taking a chance, kind of lost his balance, kind of didn't have a good shot at anything, just said, hey, this is all I've got. I'm going to drop it on Roik's back and let it roll on into the net. Roik unable to get himself to the bar in time to stop that one from dropping into the back of the net.
I can't wait to see that one. Well, off the face-off, looks like Kesterer might have
Another violation again.
been a bad boy again. Crawford looking for the equalizer and finds it. We're tied at 4. Two extraordinary shots. And it is now a tied game with 5:19 to go.
Well, we've talked about the fact that they seem to be relying on Roik heavily, and you can't get away with that all game long. And now you're starting to see the Stealth get burned by just trying to rely on a hot goaltender all game.
Kesterer fighting for the face-off this time, but the Swarm comes away with it with Funk picking it up. Here's Greer. Pollock at the point. Ross. Vanish. Wilson with a shot. Roik puts that one in his net. Here comes Rabel to Wiles. Reese Dutch. Delgarno still moving, still trying. Has his helmet knocked off.
Morgan's going to go to the box, I believe, for a cross check. That was a big one. And a great job by Delgarno, able to use his feet, get himself in position where Morgan had really nothing to do except for fouling. And a great job. And let's see if the Washington Stealth can continue that hot power play and make it 3 for 3. And they need it right now. They've lost momentum a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit too physical in the favor of the Swarm. And let's see if the Washington Stealth can take advantage of this power play, regain some of that momentum, get this building loud again, and let's see if the Stealth can't get themselves back ahead and take control of this game a little bit before halftime.
But let's try to take a look at the momentum changer. We started with the Stealth and Reese Dutch.
Well, this is that goal, that Ross goal where he just drops it over the top. He really had no idea what else he could have done. He didn't really have control. He was at the end of his stick, and he did the one thing he could have worked out great for him. That one just a power shot as hammered to the back of the net by Crawford. That's what he does, and that's why he is the leading scorer on this team coming into tonight. And then obviously Reese Dutch steps inside, puts one to the back of the net, and that's what gave the Stealth the 4-2 lead. It's 4-4 now, but a major penalty there assessed against the Swarm and Morgan. So now that's 5 minutes. Now maybe let's see if the Stealth can capitalize with 2 goals on this major penalty.
Washington Stealth return to Comcast Arena in 2 weeks. Friday night, February 19th, when they take on the Calgary Roughnecks for an 8 o'clock face-off. Watch the highest scoring team in lacrosse take on the defending champions. For tickets, visit stealthlax.com. That's stealthlax.com.
And that's a game you absolutely have to come to because, well, we're not going to be announcing it, so there's really no reason.
I don't know about you.
Oh, you are?
I'm here.
Oh, I'm not here. I thought you were missing that game.
I'm here.
You fixed it, huh? I'm gone. Well, and that's really why you watch, is for me, anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the power play, one attempt squelched, and Crawford looking for a short-hander. Minnesota spreading the field. This major could go all the way to halftime. Crawford with a wicked shot. And they kill all 30 seconds of that shot clock.
Great job by the Swarm doing what they've got to do. That's how you kill penalties in this league, is just take the entire 30 seconds up and don't even give an opportunity to the other team.
Meanwhile, on the power play, Sedgwick couldn't get it to go. Wiles off the loose ball and a new 30. Sawicki, Sedgwick, Ratcliffe, all dangerous. Sawicki to the back of the net, 5-4.
What a shot by Jeff Sawicki, as he is able to redirect that one beautifully to the back of the net past Patterson. Nothing he could do. Actually, a great job by Patterson to get over to that side and try and shut it down. Not a chance, and Sawicki again on the board, his second of the night.
So with a major penalty, Morgan still remains seated. And here come the Stealth once again with 2:55 to go in the half, leading 5-4. Cam Sedgwick, Sawicki tried to get it in front for Ratcliffe. Patterson comes away with it and even has a few words for Lewis Ratcliffe as he runs away. Scott Self takes it coast to coast and then just holds it up.
I'm not sure if he was talking to Ratcliffe or if he was talking to the official there, but he was certainly talking. Patterson upset about something.
7 on the shot clock. Stolen away by Martin. 2 minutes to go. Martin 1 on 4.
And thought about it.
I like those odds, he says. Paul Rabel shot right into the middle. Patterson looking long, and which it's almost like that. Go long, and it just dumps it right in front of him. Crawford, backhanded shot to the back of the net. Short-handed goal, scores it. 5-all just before the half.
A lot of walking by the Washington Stealth right now. I hate to see that. Again, the laziness, you're up a man, and that's not like they're up a man and give away a breakaway. That is the up a man, and they just let him make a spin move, walk alone in front of your goalie. And, that's the kind of laziness that needs to end. If they want to stay in this game, they got to stop thinking about about the Swarm as a 1-3 team. They're a team in the NLL.
Rabel trying to be a one-man show. But he realizes he's got a lot of good teammates there, one of them being Martin, and that shot went right into the shoulder pads. Still on the power play, and I believe that was the very first shorthanded goal for the Swarm this year.
Well, I don't like when they decided to get it.
I may be wrong, but I'll check the stats. Here's Banish, right into the gut of Roik. 40 seconds to go in the half. Here's Ratcliffe for Washington. To Morgan, back to Ratcliffe. 26 to go in the half. Bouncer to the back of the net. Morgan, Peter Morgan
Well, the Washington Stealth did give up the shorthanded goal, but the nice thing is they've taken full advantage of every single power play opportunity they've been given. Every minor penalty they've scored. Now in this major penalty they've scored twice, and they're taking full advantage of every opportunity given to them, and that's exactly what you want to see. We don't want to see a single penalty carried out through the entire term. Let's just score all we can get and let him back out of the box. We don't want to see him punish that much.
And let's give credit to Peter Morgan. In his last 2 games, he's got 3 goals after only having 1 in the previous 4. Nicely played by him.
Well, and Morgan, not only is he doing a great job offensively in these last few games, defensively, he's been a big-time force as we see a timeout on the field. The Stealth have called a timeout. But defensively, he's been a force, and he's a big gentleman and a force to be reckoned with. He's calling him a gentleman. He's a big guy. But he's causing disturbances in front of the net. He's harassing the people trying to get into the shooting lanes. He did a great job of that at the beginning. And then he's also the one that's standing when they're behind the net. He'll stand in front of the net and try and knock down those long passes to the points and create opportunities offensively for the team. So he's doing a good job on both ends of the floor tonight. And I really have noticed him, especially on the defensive end of the floor.
It only took 6 seconds for the Stealth to get an opportunity off a face-off in the last quarter. The goal was not allowed, but now with 6 attackers now, 8 seconds to go, Stealth looking for 1 more. Sedgwick with 3 seconds takes the shot. Patterson will hold it, and that'll do it. 1/2 in the books here at Comcast Arena in Everett. The Washington Stealth with a 6-5 lead over the Minnesota Swarm as you're watching Washington Stealth Lacrosse on the NLL Network and Comcast On Demand.
Hi Comcast, Tina here. Remember me? I switched to Fios to save money, and then I got my bill. Big surprise, it was way more than I expected. Turns out the only really big thing about Fios is the bill. Comcast, you really knew how to take care of me. I miss you guys, just like I miss my yoga on demand. So listen, if you're up for it, I want to come back.
Yes, Tina, we'd love to have you back. So go ahead, girl, strike that warrior pose.
Welcome back to Comcast Arena, where the Stealth lead the Swarm by a score of 6-5. John Horton back along with you, joined by the president of the Washington chapter of U.S. Lacrosse, Gail Loveland. I'm an East Coast guy. I'm used to seeing lacrosse balls flying all over the place, but in the state of Washington, it's been amazing growth over the past few years.
It has. I'm actually an East Coast girl myself. And coming out here, I remember the first time I got on a team, I was playing club lacrosse, and they were amazed I had a stick. That was 10 years ago. And now it is out there in youth and high school programs all over Western Washington. It's just booming. It's the fastest growing sport in the nation right now.
It's absolutely amazing because I used to produce a high school sports show, and people used to love seeing the high school lacrosse highlights on. And having Quest Field as the host of the lacrosse championships for so many years, it's a sport that's just literally grown grassroots.
Yeah, tonight we recognize Hall of Fame members that really came out here years and years ago and started that seed. And we've just been growing it, and it's all on a volunteer effort on our chapter level, and because of dedicated athletes and coaches. I really admire our high school athletes and youth athletes because oftentimes they're not recognized at their sport. They don't get a captain's letter. They're doing something because they love the game, and they're pioneering, and they're dedicated, and it inspires me to keep going and keep building this sport because it's such a great family and a great program.
Living in Mukilteo, I see a lot of the Mukilteo lacrosse signs all over the place. And in Western Washington, you see a lot. Talk a little bit about statewide. How fast is this sport growing statewide?
Yeah, we are building programs over in Eastern Washington. We never have, we're growing in the youth and the high school levels. There are programs wanting to get started in Eastern Washington, and what we need is coaches and referees to help guide that youth and guide that program. It's not whether or not lacrosse is going to grow out here, it's how fast and how much can we support them and make sure that we can get it out to as many communities that want it.
One last question. The people who want to be involved in lacrosse on a playing basis or just want to volunteer, what's the best sorts of information? How can they get involved?
Well, they can check our website, which is www.usl-washington.org. We can send them to wherever they need to go. They can also keep in touch with their high school programs, find out there are high school programs that sponsor lacrosse, make sure that they have that going and check in with them. And they can come check out a Stealth game so that they can learn more about the sport.
Absolutely. Gail, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Gail Loveland, the president of the Washington chapter of U.S. Lacrosse, as we take a look at some of the numbers from half number one as the Stealth took a lead early. As we'll take a look at some of the highlights.
Well, and here we go. The Washington Stealth get on the board early, and as Zawicki, a nice job as we talked about his patience. He's able to put it past Patterson for the goal number one. Luke Wiles on the outside had nothing there, but he was still able to get something done. And then starts the scoring for the Swarm as they'll get on the board 2-1. And then Crawford, his first goal, makes it 2-2. Crawford with 3 in the half. And then now we see great ball movement on the power play for the Stealth. Sedgwick able to put it in the back of the net. And a great reverse angle there on that next goal. Fantastic job by the Washington Stealth. And then here comes Ross with the highlight reel goal as he's able to drop it over Royk's back into the back of the net. And the Swarm coming back again with Crawford. Crawford has 3 in the first half. A great half of lacrosse for Crawford. The Stealth trying to regain momentum. Again, a fantastic redirect by Zawicki. Don't know how he got it in there, but somehow able to. Crawford once again, magic in front of the net. He'll drop it in short-handed, and that'll give the Swarm their 5th goal. And the Stealth trying to take a lead into the half. Able to do so as Morgan on the power play gets another power play goal. And the Stealth just fantastic on the power play. It says, officially it says they're 2 for 3, but they have 4 power play goals, so that's kind of interesting to me.
Well, you never know. Just stat sheets are...
It just shows the last 2 as the only power play goals, but here we go. Zawicki with the first goal, assisted by Ratcliffe and Sedgwick. Wiles gets the second from Dutch and Delgarno. Minnesota gets on the board twice in a row. Wilson from Campo and Morgan. Crawford from Campo as well. And then in the second period, Dutch with the power play goal from Ratcliffe and Morgan. Ross unassisted. Then Crawford unassisted for Minnesota. And now we're going to get back to action as we just didn't have enough time. And action it is, as there's a fight already before they even drop the ball.
Well, that didn't take long. Martin and Ryan Cousins were lined up with each other for the face-off. It took 0 time off the clock before they start scrapping.
Wow.
Martin gets 2 points for the takedown. And I think Cousins just knew, I'm the captain of this team. I need to fire my guys up, and he's heading right back to the locker room.
I have a feeling that's going to be the end of it for Martin as well, as probably not good to do it when it's outside of play, and I'm guessing that some bigger penalties coming here. Both gentlemen heading towards the locker room right now.
The word premeditated comes to mind.
You think? I don't know. Maybe it just boiled over in the 2 seconds they were standing out there next to each other. Well, that's I was going to say an interesting start to the half, but the half hasn't even started yet, and here we go. Now, one thing we talked about, the Swarm have been completely outplayed this season in the second half. Now, they've been very, very close in the first half in every single one of their games. Tonight included 6-5 at halftime. Anybody's game, really. But are they expending too much energy, or what is it that's causing a second half breakdown for the Swarm? They just really haven't been good, and that's really when the Washington Stealth have been good. And I don't know if they're making changes, if Coach Chris Hall is making changes in the locker room or something, but they've done a very good job in the second half. The Swarm have not. Now let's see if that carries over into this game as well.
Kestner wins the face-off clean and has some help from Matt Beers picking up the loose ball. I've got a hunch it's gonna get a little chippy in half number 2. Just a hunch. Reese Dutch to Zawicki. Jeff to the back of the net. Just that quickly. 7-5.
Well, and that's exactly what the Stealth needed to do. They needed to take some momentum right away in this second half. Able to do it only 23 seconds into the second half. They're on the board. Jeff Zawicki with the goal, and just a fantastic start to the second half for the Washington Stealth.
We are monitoring the Facebook feed tonight, but it doesn't seem to be moving as much as it normally does. But we do thank you folks watching on NLL.com and the NLL Network. As Funk tries to get it by Roik, and Beers the man on the spot, picking up the loose ball. As Roik didn't know where it was for a moment. Dutch over to the near side. To Delgarno. Rabel. Reese Dutch. Delgarno, the lefty. Winds, fires off the back of Funk into the retaining net. New 30 on the shot clock. Delgarno, that shot so close. Loose ball picked up by Joe Sinoski out of the University of Maryland. A Terrapin himself. Here's Ryan Banish.
Easy.
And an easy goal by Aaron Wilson.
And the Stealth had done a good job of shutting Wilson down coming into this. He got the first goal for the Swarm of the game, but he hadn't been on the score sheet since then. Able to get back on the score sheet with the 6th goal of the night for the Swarm, and it's back to a 1-goal game. This game should not be this close.
Kestner is rocked by Campo, but still maintains control of the ball, and Jason Bloom will have it. Zawicki will try to score it, and does! Zawicki to the back of the net. What once was a 1-goal game is now back to 2.
Jeff Zawicki likes scoring goals.
You think?
I don't know if we're going to see a flag here or not. That was awfully close to the circle. And I don't know if he stepped in it or not. I'm going to hope not. I don't see a flag, and we're getting ready to go again. Jeff Zawicki having a great night, as always. Oh, little bit of trouble for Patterson there. Little equipment trouble. Gonna fix it up. He's trying to find the hole in his pads. As we get a chance to look at it again. And you're gonna see Sedgwick give it up to Zawicki. And Zawicki pretty much all by himself. Just works his way past the inch, drops it in the backside. And using that big bounce low off the carpet with a nice high bounce. And able to put that in the back of the net.
Kestner wins the draw and is held at the center circle. Meanwhile, Rabel gets it. Does he get it by Patterson? No! About as close as you can get without putting it in the net.
We've seen a few of those tonight on either end. Great job by the official to get himself in position to make that call.
South for the Swarm. Pollock at the wing. Moves around Crawford.
Penalty against the Stealth.
6th attacker coming on. Free opportunity for Minnesota. Shot taken. And the loose ball picked up by Banish.
And I believe they're going to get Ben Hunt there for the cross check.
Here's Crawford up top. 6-on-5. for 6-on-6, correcting. Goes high, goes low, takes it to the back of the net, and that is Zach Greer, the former Blue Devil, the former Bryant College All-American after leaving Duke as the all-time leading scorer, and he gets himself on the board to make it a 1-goal game.
Yeah, nice job by the Swarm, showing patience. We talk about patience all the time, and he does a nice job showing that patience and putting it in the back of the net.
Kesterer wins the draw, but then gets played off it. Banish, 3-on-2. Funk, Banish. Can't get it to go. Funk picks up the loose ball. And Aaron Wilson will slow it down.
There we go.
Stolen away by Grimes. Grimes, coast to coast, and off the post.
You're a poet. You didn't even know it.
Would you like a peanut?
I always like a Princess Bride reference.
Inconceivable. Sedgwick will start it up again as the Swarm maintain possession. Dalgarno. Dutch flipping it back for Zawicki, who wasn't expecting it. Reese Dutch to the right side. Loose ball picked up. Dutch will try it again. And that one going right into the midsection.
All right. Strong shot. Big shots from the point tonight for the Stealth. And they haven't really produced from outside, but they're creating opportunities.
Working around the creases, Ross. Over to the near side for the big man, Callan Crawford. Ross losing control of it, picking it up as Hoxson. Taking it right back as Greer. Joining the party as Crawford, but nobody's picked up the ball yet. Hoxson trying to pick it up, a kicked ball. And now everybody going, and it's an over and back against the Stealth.
How can that be an over and back when no one had possession of the ball? And I don't understand that call at all. The ball never being possessed, and why wasn't it over and back against the Swarm?
Swarm trying the shot there. And Hunt.
Oh,
they're
my
going to give it
goodness.
to the Swarm because it says it goes off the stick of Hunt, and it's getting chippy. Pollock and Grimes exchanging a few body blows.
Right now, officials are letting us down here. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Russ with a shot. Gets a shot from Grimes for his efforts. 9:54 in the third quarter. Pollock stolen away. Grable on a mission in transition, but can't get the shot to go by Patterson. Meanwhile, another mission the other way. Mission denied. Benish sees Roykin, can't get it by him. We'll take it the other way. What the heck?
Right denied that one with authority, and he just no option whatsoever for the Swarm. Big shot from the outside by Ratcliffe, and that one will bounce away over and back again against the Washington Stealth. Timeout.
Gives us an opportunity to tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by wallu.com. Decorate your home or office with a life-size decal of the logo of your favorite NLL team or a decal of your favorite NLL player. Show your pride with a team or player decal exclusively from WallU. For more information, visit wallu.com. That's wall-u.com. Decals of Dan and I not available.
Not yet. Well, let's take a look at the replays from the second half, and right off the bat, only 23 seconds in, the Stealth get on the board. It's Zawicki, obviously, putting it in the back of the net with a little help from Reese Dutch. And the Washington Stealth able to spread out that lead. Well, it was short-lived, though, because here come the Swarm back, and Wilson drops it behind Roik, and he's going to bring that one up to a 1-goal game. The Stealth not liking that. Give it back to Zawicki, the leading scorer. He drops it from the outside, puts that one behind Patterson, and once again it's a 2-goal lead. And then the Swarm like that 1-goal disadvantage, and they're going to drop that one as it barely squeaks by Roik. And once again, a 1-goal differential between the Washington Stealth and the Minnesota Swarm. 9:10 left to go in the third period. So far, a fantastic game.
Remember, Minnesota fans, you guys can see these two teams in action next Saturday at the Xcel Energy Center. Game time 7:35. All the information and tickets at mnswarm.com. mnswarm.com.
What a save by Roik. His career all alone in front of Roik, unable to score. Roik slams the door.
Now you're the poet and didn't even know it. Here comes Matt Beers to Zawicki. Lewis Radcliffe prowling around the crease. 9 on the shot clock. Dalgarno up top. Dutch fires the shot as the shot clock expires.
Stealth taking time off the clock, but you know, I don't think milking the clock is really what you want to do with a 1-goal lead. Still a huge differential in shots in favor of the Swarm, but that's really not the way play has gone.
It's the first time this year in this building that we've seen the Stealth somewhat out-hustle to the ball. And the Swarm is not a team that has a lot of loose balls in the statistical column. Stealth really doing well in that category, and the roles have been absolutely reversed tonight. Sedgwick with the ball, playing around for Wiles. Zawicki over to the near side, Dalgarno. Morgan with a shot. Nifty save by Patterson, who has had an excellent game. We saw him in warm-ups. He couldn't stop anything, it seems. But he's having an excellent game now that the clock is ticking.
And that's really all that matters if you're a Swarm fan. He's looked pretty good, and that's nice. It's always good if you can get yourself 2 goaltenders playing well, like the Washington Stealth have. It just ups your chances on any given night.
Reese Dutch will set up the offense, along with Rabel, Zawicki, Ratcliffe, and Dalgarno. Zawicki trying to find some magic and finds the carpet, courtesy of Ryan Banish.
Nice job by Banish, able to shut Zawicki down. It's been about the only thing they've been able to do is ground him into the carpet.
Pollock moving the ball around the top. Inside Wilson, knocked away nicely by Grimes. And Ben Hunt from Arnold, Maryland, gives it up to Reese Dutch. Rabel, Ratcliffe with a shot, nice save. In the pads by Patterson. New shot clock. Dalgarno loses his helmet, gets the shot, but can't get it on goal. Here come the Swarm with numbers. 3-on-2. Self. Wide left. Hoxson sets it up for Rabel. Up for Wiles. And Wiles had a target on his back and had to slow up. There was a Swarm player just heading towards him at full steam.
I'd really like to have seen Wiles with the ball on a breakaway. It could be exciting. You never know what he's going to do.
But that also could have been a concussion, too.
Yeah, well, you get those when you play a professional sport. Oh!
What an effort by Banish.
I don't know, you think he's gonna get a hold? Oh!
And Banish goes down. Rabel was there. And Matt Beers coming in to enforce a few things.
I don't know what Rabel did to Banish. Banish drops to his knees, and taking exception to that is number 15, Campo. Campo trying to do something about it. Beers comes to the assist of his teammate, and we're gonna hope that Banish is all right, as he's still slow to get up, and we're gonna see how this all sorts out.
The 2007 Rookie of the Year. I have a hunch that the end of the stick of Paul Rabel may have gone
In a sensitive area?
between the uprights. That's my hunch. Well, we always welcome our fans watching on Twitter. Tracy Warren watching, along with the one, the only Philly Cheese Boy,
Ah, Philly Cheese Boy.
who was actually
We've
at the
mi-
game last time.
We've missed Philly Cheese Boy. That's why we didn't see him last time. And Rabel is being dismissed. And that is not a good sign if you're a Washington Stealth fan and you're enjoying this winning streak. To see Paul Rabel head to the locker room. Did you see a fight?
No, but what I heard was
The butt
a
end of the
butt
stick.
end of the stick.
Yeah. I didn't see a fight though. Interesting how that's all going to occur on one side of the ball.
Some people who are familiar with the team that wears rave green in this town, meaning the Seattle Sounders, they're used to seeing some of the opponents looking about like that when somebody challenges them. I've never seen it in lacrosse though. It could very well have happened. I'm not saying that it didn't. So there you see the 4-on-4, and let's take a look. Rabel. Oh
Yes.
yeah, it did.
But I still didn't see a fight. I don't understand where the fighting came from. 7 minutes though. The Stealth are going to be down a man for 7 minutes, and it's going to be Hunt who heads to the box, serving time for Rabel. Rabel done for the night. That's bad news if you're a Stealth fan.
So what would you call this? It's not a super power play. It's more like a mega power play as Wilson takes the first shot. And the Swarm are going to get the ball. How does that happen? Timeout called as we just scratch our head.
And
So the fans in Minnesota very happy that the Swarm are catching some breaks and may have an opportunity for the comeback here.
well, the Swarm caught a break when this official crew stepped off the airplane. That's the first break they caught. I don't even know what we're watching here. It's unbelievable. Is there a line in Vegas on this game? I'm not aware. Well, 6:43 remain on the power play for the Swarm. And, you know, every week, you know, we hope that they can get us up there. In the arena here, they were just showing out-of-town scores. Hey, these games are being played. They're no score, but...
So now 6:35 on the power play. Wilson for Minnesota tries to go top shelf. And Bloom knocks Benish off the ball. Nice play there by Morgan.
Banish suddenly fine.
Wilson up top. I don't think there was a doubt he got hit there. The severity of the hit, I'm not quite sure. And once again, a violation called by the men in the stripes that aren't from Minnesota or could very well be. We don't know.
That's the second time the Stealth have recovered the ball and then carried it into the crease or put it in the crease themselves. And that's just not going to work.
Pollock, front door.
Great defense.
Pollock with a shot to the back of the net. We are tied at the Comcast Arena with 4:03 to go in the third. 8 for the Swarm, 8 for the Stealth.
Well, that should drop the time down to 5 minutes. That should get rid of the first 2-minute penalty against Rabel and drop them down to 5, I would think.
And the Swarm on the power play, they may not have gotten too many opportunities this year. Coming into the game, 7 of 14 with only one shorthanded goal against. They're still on the power play as the Stealth trying to get the loose ball, and Kesterer throws it back into his own end, and 10-second violation will be called. The little things are killing the men in black.
Right now, the Stealth unable to do anything. Even when they win the ball, they just hand it right back to the Swarm. It has not crossed midfield since this penalty began almost 2 minutes ago.
Crawford, Wilson, Pollock, Wilson, Roik with a save. Beers holding on to it.
Just get it across midfield.
Yeah. And put it into the stick of some people who can hold on to it. And without Paul Rabel out there, that's one less person in that category. 12 on the shot clock as Luke Wiles will have it. Wiles will look for a scoring opportunity. Flips it in, looking for Zawicki, has it stolen away.
It would have been a shot clock violation anyway.
Here comes Callum Crawford, the big man for Minnesota. Redirect and almost an own goal. Beers, Bloom chasing after it and picks up the ball. Nice hustle by the captain.
Let's see if the Stealth can kill this 30 seconds. 4:20 remaining in the power play for the Swarm, and the Stealth clinging to a tie game.
And they kill another 30 off the shot clock.
4:08 to go in the power play, 2:12 to go in the third period. A tie game here in Everett.
And you'd have to say that just one goal would be a moral victory in this mega power play.
Oh, that absolutely huge victory if they were able to hold off. I have a feeling, though, that might not happen.
Not with the lineup that's out there right now. Crawford, Ross, Greer is out there as well, and he will take the shot. Roik diving on top of it for the save. Hodgson, juking and jiving, maintaining possession, which is the key element here. 90 seconds to go in the quarter, and believe you me, the Stealth would appreciate a little bit of a break in the middle of the mega power play.
Yeah, if there is a positive to this situation, that's what it's going to be, is it'll carry over in between quarters. And a shot on goal, and Wiles trying to get it back for the Stealth. Unable to do so, but a good job. Nice hustle by Wiles.
What looked to be just a throwaway shot actually went on goal.
1 minute to go in the period. 1 minute.
Crawford to Pollock. Wilson on the field as well. Crawford winds. Shot taken. Roik on his knees. Gets the save. 42 shots on goal for the Swarm. 33 for the Stealth. 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Dutch tried to get it for the streaking Radcliffe. And 20 seconds to go in the quarter. 2:12 in the power play. Nice defensive work there by Morgan. Knocking down the ball on a pass. You mentioned it earlier. He does that a lot. Crawford trying to go in front and picking it up off his foot is Hoxton, and that will do it for quarter number 3.
Great job by the Washington Stealth there as they kill off a lot of that penalty. 7 minutes of penalty time. They basically killed off 5 of it, 5:05 to be exact. They gave up the 1 goal right now, but the Washington Stealth are in a pretty good position. I think they would have taken that had you offered it to them to get to the quarter, to get a little bit of rest for your penalty kill players, and have only given up 1 goal to make it an even game going into the 4th quarter.
This has absolutely been the most intense game we've seen here at the Comcast Arena. And it's not one we really expected.
Late 8, it's about half the scoring we're used to out of the Washington Stealth. We want some free pizza, we need 7 goals.
Washington Stealth return to the Comcast Arena in 2 weeks, Friday night, February 19th, when they take on the Calgary Roughnecks for an 8 o'clock face-off. Watch the highest scoring team in lacrosse take on the defending league champions. For tickets, visit stealthlax.com. That's stealthlax.com.
Washington Stealth in a battle with the Minnesota Swarm, like we talked about after 3 quarters. 42 shots for the Swarm, 33 for the Washington Stealth. And let's see if we get a chance to look at that Pollock goal as the Swarm even it up. Nice goal. That one's kind of took a funny bounce there. You know, if you look at that goal like that, that's obviously a chance for the Stealth to get out of there unscathed. Zawicki with the first goal of the period from Dutch. Then Minnesota gets on the board from Banish from Wilson and Sinoski, and then Zawicki again from Sedgwick and Morgan, and then Minnesota 2 in a row from Greer, from Campo and Crawford, and then Pollock gets on the board from Campo and Banish at the 10:57 mark. 42 shots on goal for the Swarm, 33 for the Washington Stealth on the power play. Minnesota 1 for 2, and officially 2 for 3 are the Washington Stealth.
15 minutes to decide it. And the Swarm will begin it on a power play. After the Rabel game misconduct, fighting and holding penalty. And Pollock will take the shot, waved off.
Too many men.
So it'll get evened up as we start the 4th quarter.
A huge penalty against the Minnesota Swarm. If you're a Swarm fan, that's something you didn't want to see at all, because now it's even, and actually it'll be a very short Stealth power play at the end, because only 1:38 remaining in the penalties to Rabel.
So now, with an even up situation, the Stealth looking for a scoring opportunity. And they found it, did they? Ratcliffe, I thought he got it by Patterson, but the official just was saying reset the shot clock.
Yep, Patterson, a good job of closing that 5-hole. And Ratcliffe thought he had it, but no.
Banish, Crawford, huge shot. Banish off the loose ball, 11 seconds on the shot clock. Crawford takes it, bounces it, and Roy just, I guess he's doing what they told the guy in the penalty box. He's just taking a seat on it.
Roy, amazing. He's shown a lot of athleticism tonight. He's all over the crease and making some big saves tonight, keeping his team in it.
One of the salmon belly duo in goal. Patterson looking long, he'll play it short for Talbot. 33 seconds to go in the penalty to Rabel. 50 on the penalty for too many men for the Swarm. Wilson with a shot. Race for the ball. Bloom going after it. Loose ball picked up by Pacey. Shot taken by Wilson. but it's after the buzzer.
After the shot clock violation. And now the Washington Stealth with the ball, still in a tie game. And now with their man back, here comes Ben Hunt back to the bench.
18 seconds. Quick power play. Can they convert? Dutch carried away by Patterson. Race for the ball. Sedgwick will touch it up, and both teams are at full strength.
All right, back to 5-on-5 lacrosse.
Zawicki. Sedgwick. Dutch to the back of the net. Stealth take the lead.
Huge goal for Reese Dutch, and now Patterson all over the official. He's upset about something. I don't know if it's too many men that he's upset about. That's kind of what I saw, but Patterson all over the official. He's been whining a lot tonight, and he is really hot right now. But nonetheless, the Washington Stealth 9 and the Minnesota Swarm 8, and that's what really matters. After that 7-minute penalty, it seemed like it might have been a lot of trouble for the Washington Stealth, able to hold them to 1 goal, maintain a tie game, and now they've taken the lead. And they get the ball back.
We'd like to thank our fans watching on the NLL Network, coast to coast, and even in Canada, and even where it's a half-hour difference than the rest of the world, in Newfoundland, where Darren Gashu is watching us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's loving this game. He goes, well worth it staying up late for a very entertaining game. Couldn't agree with you more, Darren.
What is that, 4 hours time difference?
And a half.
Oh, and a half. Wow.
Yeah, I listen to CBC up here, and they always go at 9:30 in Newfoundland when it's 9 everywhere else. Learn your new time zones, courtesy of your Stealth broadcast crew.
Oh, big hit.
As Campo trying to get the shot off. Here comes the captain, Jason Bloom, looking for numbers. Bloom to the trailer, to the back of the net. That's 23, Mike Grimes picking up his 3rd goal of the year, and it's a 2-goal Washington Stealth lead.
And that was a fantastic effort by Grimes, as he's the one who laid the big hit that started that whole thing. He's able to trail down there, a lot of hustle from him, and finish it off. Fantastic job of the Washington Stealth, and now that 2-goal lead.
And very reminiscent of the first game against Colorado, where there was a big hit that suddenly opened up the floodgates.
And now a delayed penalty against the Swarm as Hodgson got mauled. And now the Stealth are going to get that extra attacker and then possibly a power play.
Just as the Swarm had everything going for them. Quite literally everything going for them.
Everybody in stripes was on their side.
It's as though the levee opened and opening up the scoring gates. Reese Dutch, 11-8.
You know what this crowd needed was a great game, and they were a little on edge, a little bit tentative, a little bit quiet. Washington Stealth have changed that, and they've turned this building upside down. And now the fans have something to cheer about, a 3-goal lead with 11:20 remaining in the game.
And the Green Man group going nuts. Jamison Kesterer was even hanging on the fans a little bit. Morgan playing tough there. Funk with a shot. Roik with a save. And a penalty coming up.
Every time someone trips on the Swarm, you go into the box as a member of the Stealth. And that one, that one was a good call against Morgan there, but still, I just is starting to, I just wonder. Just because they have stripes on their sleeves. Everybody's jealous of their pajamas.
I love those jerseys. I just have to admit it.
I love them with the blue shorts. I'm not a fan of the white shorts.
Greer. I'm not sure if that was a shot or a pass, but it went off the face mask. Greer taking a shot. That was most definitely a shot, and Roy carrying it away. 1:32 to go in the power play.
Big power play.
Shot taken right in front, but knocked away by Roy.
Big power play for the Swarm. They really need to capitalize here.
Going up, going down, but can't get it in. Richard Morgan. New shot clock since it went off the pipe. Crawford sets up Wilson in front to the back of the net, and the Swarm with a power play goal cut the lead to 2.
Wilson, a very good job there as he's just camped out, and when he gets a hold of it, a strong shot down low. Royk's been doing a good job stopping those shots, but he threw it so hard that Royk only slowed it down, and it still got to the back of the net. 11-9 Stealth lead. 10-11 to go. The Swarm leading in shots by 10.
And that number is pretty amazing. Their shots on goal this year, I mean, their shots on goal look like some people's goal totals. Pretty amazing. I mean, the leading amount of shots by any one player for the Swarm, 37. Compare that to 58 by Zawicki and 56 by Ratcliffe coming into the game. And there's another shot taken to the back of the net. Peter Morgan, he says, I'm not going to sit on the pine in the sin bin. I'm going to score on you.
Well, you know, Morgan took a penalty that ended up costing the Stealth a goal. You could see in his eyes that he really wanted the ball there. He got the ball. He wanted to put that goal back on the board. He feels like, okay, good. Now I've vindicated it. We wasted 2 minutes of time. We still got a 3-goal lead. 9:40 to go in this game, and the Stealth back up by 3.
Huge hit by Ben Hunt. Taking Self down, and Self is very upset, and he takes it out on another player. He's going to take it out on whoever's in front of him.
And that's Wiles. Wiles not going to be dumb, not going to be goaded into anything. He's got scoring to do.
9:15 to go. Reese Dutch with the ball. Sets it up. Ratcliffe hits the pipe. Funk going out to the loose ball. Zawicki. Deacon jiving. Taking a shot.
Wow. That would have been amazing.
If you haven't had a chance to get to a Stealth game and you're watching on Comcast On Demand and going, this is pretty good on television, wait till you see it live. Better yet, don't wait. Come see it here at the Comcast Arena. You'll have your opportunity on February 19th. The Roughnecks are in town. They are the defending champions going up against a team that could very well still be undefeated at the time.
Well, we'll take one thing at a time right now. It's a 3-goal lead. 5 goals so far here in the 4th. And let's see if we can take a look, or how many of them we can take a look at right now. As we go to the replay, Reese Dutch drops it to the back of the net. And that'll give the Stealth a chance to expand their lead. But here come the Stealth again, not settling there. Dropping it in is Grimes. Grimes, after the big hit on one side, comes back and gets another. Once again, it's Reese Dutch from the outside. He'll put it top corner. And now let's see, let's get a chance to look at the goals for the Swarm. First off, it's Wilson. He's doing what Wilson does, dropping it in the back of the net. And there's Morgan's goal right there to round out the scoring, and the Washington Stealth 12-9 lead right now.
That last goal was like an air hockey goal. You bounce it hard enough, see how many times it bounces, and see if it goes in. It's the way I score on you every time.
Yeah, well, yeah, the problem is that you get it up off the floor, the playing surface, just like that, and bounce it up high into my head. That shouldn't count. I want my quarterback.
It's a 12-9 game. The scoring that was down. Oh, Matt Roik with a nifty move there. Getting up a little slowly.
I think he's just tired. 50 shots on goal, 41 saves from Roik.
And that's as many shots as the Stealth have had. Here comes the show. Has it knocked away by Morgan. The Stealth version of Morgan picks it up. Morgan on Morgan. Shot clock violation. The Swarm will have control with 7:44 to go. And as fans of the game called Box North of the Border, indoor lacrosse here in the States, National Lacrosse League, everywhere from coast to coast in North America, a 3-goal lead, that ain't nothing.
But 4 would be nice as Grimes picks it off and heads the other way. Let's see if he can start something for the Washington Stealth.
Lewis Ratcliffe, leading scorer in the league. Although Zawicki may have surpassed him tonight. Dutch. Shot taken by Ratcliffe into the crease. Funk pulls it out of there.
Little half effort forecheck there for Zawicki. Able to slow it down a little bit, let the Stealth get back set on defense.
Ross at the doorstep. Knocked away. Bloom comes away with a loose ball. Morgan has it, looking for an outlet. Zawicki will come on. Wiles, Delgarno, and Ratcliffe. Lewis Ratcliffe against Pollock. Shoving his way in. Plays it up top for Delgarno. Zawicki from way outside. Shot clock violation. Six minutes to go in what has been an epic battle between the Stealth and the Swarm. On the doorstep, 21, Ryan Banish. Roik denies once again.
And Swarm fans have just got to get sick of this, as their team has battled hard, played great defense in just about every game, and come up short so often. This is a team that battles. You can't fault their effort one bit.
All their games, with the exception of the overtime loss in Colorado, have been very low scoring.
And pretty close, except for I think a 1-5 goal decision in the first game. But other than that, pretty darn close.
4 goals, 11-7 at Buffalo, which was their last loss. Beers with a check.
I'm surprised that wasn't called, especially tonight.
Stealth do not have numbers, so they'll hold it up. Sedgwick will let Lewis Ratcliffe play with it a little bit here. 4:40 to go.
Now you're seeing the Stealth try and take 30 seconds every time down. Big shot there, good save. And the Swarm, they are in a hurry.
That's Morgan out there. Lays it off for Benish. In front, Wilson doesn't have it. Roik is out of the net and just throws it away. Coming away with it, Crawford inside. Wilson has it knocked away in front of the crease. Nice D by the Stealth. Under 4 to go.
Big hit there in front of the net. Probably saved a goal, definitely saved an easy shot. And the Washington Stealth in control again.
Zawicki, Ratcliffe, Dutch. Save, Patterson getting that shoulder up.
Pretty play by the Washington Stealth. Big save by Patterson. Now they're going to start to use that extra attacker. Patterson heads to the bench.
And the extra attacker will be the big man, 6'3", 205 pounds, Caleb Crawford.
He looks bigger than that.
Patterson streaking back. With all those pads on, he had some pretty good speed. 3 minutes to go. Ratcliffe. 3 on the shot clock, and he'll dump it into the corner. And timeout will be called on the field. So when's the next time you can see this Stealth team? Friday night, the 19th, against Calgary. 8 o'clock is the game time. Tickets available at stealthflax.com.
I will be watching that one online, so do a good job.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Michigan to play some pond hockey. Featured on something like that, because this is a good team and they're having a great season. Patterson's out again. Extra attacker for the Swarm.
So here comes Crawford. Benish. Crawford, 2:39 to go. Somebody's lost a stick out there. Crawford trying to take advantage. Loose ball right in front as Ross comes away with it. Crawford takes the shot. Roik denies. And the ball knocked down into the Swarm half of the field. And Patterson will play it. Over and back the call, and the
Hodgson with a broken stick. That one, John just lost. It's lost for good.
2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in this battle. Luke Wiles good, nailed by Patterson. He'll run to the bench as the extra attacker comes on, but he's got a long way to go because their bench is on the far side.
Oh, stolen, here we go.
Stolen
It's a foot
away.
race now, and he's just gonna.
Backing up. Oxen didn't pull the trigger.
You know what, I agree with that right now. 1 goal versus 30 seconds. 30 seconds on the clock, far more valuable than 1 goal. And a good decision by Hodgson there.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Sawicki with a shot. Patterson with a save. But despite the fact that there have been some funky things happening, Patterson has had a heck of a game.
Yes. Oh, that would have been a big turnover.
Final minute of play. Big turnover there, and here come the Stealth. Hodgson watching the backtrack, and Patterson. Bloom has it. 50 seconds to go, and they're on their feet at the Comcast Arena. The Bomb Squad in full effect.
Bloom with the ball against the boards. He's getting harassed. 3 Swarm members swarm around him and battle against the boards. And all it does is let seconds tick away. That ball will be handed to the Swarm. 35.5 seconds left. 12-9 Washington Stealth lead.
Minnesota still hustling. Give them credit for that. Ross tries the shot. Roik denies again. Battle in the corner. And timeout called by the Washington Stealth.
You got to give Hodgson some credit there, as Hodgson just destroyed in the corner and was able to maintain his composure. He knows this game's over. 20 seconds left, a 3-goal lead. Hodgson's not going to get drawn into a stupid fight or a stupid penalty. Very intelligent play. That's, you know, when the game came down to it, yes, it's not a game. It's not a 1-goal game back and forth, but Hodgson forced to make some really tough decisions late in the game. I think he's making intelligent decisions and he's doing everything he can to keep his team in the win column and remain undefeated as the season continues for the Washington Stealth.
So slowly but surely, the Bomb Squad is growing in numbers.
No goal contenders on the floor.
This is interesting. 18 seconds to go. It's just a foot race. Self thought he had it. Is Wiles gonna fire it? Nope. These two teams meet again next week. It's gonna be an epic battle in the Excel Energy Center, but this one belongs to the Stealth.
Fantastic game by the Washington Stealth as they'll take it. They hold on in the end. They battled through adversity. They battled through a 7-minute power play for the Swarm. They're able to hold on to the win. 12-9, the Washington Stealth over the Minnesota Swarm.
And the Stealth move to 6-0 on top of the entire National Lacrosse League. For Dan Todoroff, I'm John Horton. Here's hoping you're always with good sports and in good spirits. Our final score, the Washington Stealth 12, the Minnesota Swarm 9. Thank you so much for being with us. Good night, everybody.